This is the Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
Bit of a story kicking around at the moment about, well, the main story is that it was about the number of children who are being prescribed with Ozempic or Ozempic related.
Yeah, it's skyrocketed 84% in the last 12 months.
Yeah, but that could be two
GLP-1.
people on it, and then we make it 3.5, and then all of a sudden we're at 84%. You know what I'm
I
saying?
see what you're saying. When it's quick math. When it's percentages, yes, you're right. That's not whole numbers, is it?
But it is
But
a
I
thing that's
understand
come
why-
into our world very
100%.
recently, Nat. Yeah,
100%.
And you know, I've thought about this a little bit because I was the type of person, being from a fitness background, everything needs to be hard. So if you're going to get yourself fit, you've got to work hard at it, and you've got to do this and do that. And recently, I've kind of changed my mind in that. What's the name of those types of drugs now? You know the name.
GLP-1s.
GLP-1s.
What's that?
They're going to, they're from the same area.
Yes, that's right. And what they are is they're essentially appetite suppressants.
Yeah,
So they give you feel full, and it also cuts out the food noise. So not everybody gets this, but for some people, they are just, every thought in their mind is about when the next meal's coming from, when the next, what they're just, maybe I'll just have, that thing's in the fridge. Maybe I'll just eat like that. They're constantly battling that. And for those people, these sorts of medications can work really well because it cuts out that desire. So you're talking Ozempic, you're talking, which is the one that is prescribed in Australia for diabetes, type 2 diabetes, but it does have a weight loss effect. Wegovy is the same thing, but is prescribed for weight loss. There's Manjaro, there's Saxenda, so there's a few in that family. And it can help from that. And it's nobody's first port of call. This is the thing. Everybody that is on these things has tried other avenues of weight loss. They've tried the calorie restrictive diets. They've tried exercising. It just hasn't worked for them. So why wouldn't you then use what's at hand?
No, I agree with you, and I think getting. Yeah, because there's the two parts to it, right? Because there's the part where this medicine has been around for a long time. And I reckon if you read stuff and it first come out, Ozempic, wow, this is new, and you take this, wow, you're a real guinea pig. No, this has been around forever. Yes. And a lot of Hollywood stars and that, you can see that they're taking it. And I do go, look at them, they're just kind of cheating. But here's the other part to that. With the event of these drugs now becoming prescribed by doctors and helping people out if they're overweight and they're having problems with eating, whatever the case is. When you think about our longevity on this planet, it's going to increase. There's going to be less strain. You would think there's going to be less strain on the health system because people are getting fitter.
That's exactly right.
Type 2 diabetes is going down because you're able to help them. Insulin.
It's preventing. You're preventing weight, obesity-related diseases. So that's joints.
That's a lot.
That's
yeah.
That's
a lot.
Yep. That's exactly right. So there's a lot.
So I think it's really easy for people to take one side, and I would have been that person.
I think people need to shift away from the whole, that's cheating. People's health isn't a competitive sport.
That's another good point.
There's no competition. So you're not cheating. What does it matter?
No.
However you achieve it, what does it matter? And I say that as somebody that's had surgery to help me.
Yeah.
And it wasn't that I'd never, I trained all the time. What I eat was very balanced, and I was conscious of what I was eating. It just didn't work for me. And for some people, everybody knows that person who can sit on the couch and do nothing and eat pizza all day and be as skinny as a rake. Everybody knows one of those people, right? And you go, that's their genetics. They're just lucky. So why can't you go to somebody else and go, that's their genetics. They're just unlucky. And if there's a medical solution to that, I think it's responsible to take it.
And if it's prescribed by a doctor, right?
100%. These are medical solutions for medical problems.
If it's not prescribed by a doctor, that's a different issue.
One of the things that they talk about, though, you're losing body weight, which is also muscle. So there's no reason why you can't get yourself losing weight, which has been restricted for you, and then start going to the gym, which you see people do.
Yeah.
And continue with your the balance of your body and make sure you're still strong whilst you've lost the weight.
Once again, it's one of those things. It's like the surgery that I had. It's really just a tool. It's not like you then can sit around and eat chocolate all day. You still have to do the work. You still, it just means that you have a tool that makes it easier for you to achieve what you want to achieve.
Yeah.
Some of the side effects of Ozempic can be mild ones: constipation, diarrhea, abdominal pain, vomiting, nausea.
These are the mild ones.
That's the mild.
Crikey.
Serious ones, that's a hard word, but damage to your eyes that's caused by diabetes, There's low blood sugar and gallbladder disease and pancreatitis.
Yeah, so fast weight loss can cause gallbladder problems where you need to get your gallbladder removed.
What about your balls?
Yeah, and also it can affect your balls.
Oh, they call that marriage, I reckon.
We want to know, because none of us have taken any of these medications.
No.
And so... have you taken it? Did it work for you? Or were you like, I don't like it?
You're against it, yeah.
I mean, you have to inject yourself, so there's that.
Well,
which is not,
hectic,
but it is a bit like an EpiPen in that you don't really, it's not like
But, there's a means to a call, an end.
Yeah.
Yep.
She thoughts.
It's for a
Just lost myself.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, that's good, Sean.
Nathan, Nat, and Sean podcast.
Hello, Claire in Perth.
Hi, Claire.
Good morning. How are you?
Good, Claire.
Claire, okay, so you've got a first-hand experience?
I do. So I'm actually on the Wegovy,
Yes.
and I've only started taking it a couple of months ago. But like I was saying before, there's a whole heap of shame attached with
Yes.
this for me, especially.
Okay.
I've always been an extremely fit, healthy person. I watch what I eat. I'm always active. However, for the last 12 years, because I've been struggling with the thyroid problem, I literally cannot lose weight.
Yeah.
And so I was at the doctor's constantly going like, okay, I've tried doing shakes. I've tried
Yes.
doing calorie deficit. I've done fasting. I've done, anything and everything. And in the end, she had to sort of convince me to try this. And it's been a massive thing for me mentally because when you are fit and healthy and you think that that's how you should be able to lose weight and you should be able to do it, and then you can't, and then you kind of feel it is cheating. Like you should be able to do it yourself, so you feel like cheating. But it's the shame factor is massive for
So you
me.
need to change that attitude to even how you view yourself, yeah?
Yes, definitely. But yeah, look, it's I'm on it. It's only the last couple of months I've been on it. I'm only on the low dosages at the moment, so I move up to a higher dose next month.
Yeah, so it steps up, doesn't it? So you increase the dose as you go on, yeah.
Yeah, and I think that's because of the side effects thing. But I've been lucky. I haven't had any side effects, so I've been very lucky in that respect. However, I'm kind of hoping, I've had 2 kilos come off, which is great.
Yeah.
Because I've never had that before.
Yep.
But I'm hoping on when I go up to the next dosage that it's going to progress a little bit better
kick
for
in
me and a
even
little bit
more.
faster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, right. Okay.
Well,
there's a winner there.
stick with
but
it, yeah.
I guess the more it's out in the public and it becomes
That's right.
acceptable,
And
and you
yes.
don't have to be worried about it because you're having a conversation. Yeah, no, I'll take that.
The stigma needs to be taken away from it, for sure, definitely. Thank you, Claire. Diana's in Kingsley. Hello.
Hello there, how are you?
Great, Di. Have you had a crack at one of these meds?
Yes, I've been on Ozempic for just over a year now.
Yes.
And I've lost 45 kilos.
Oh,
wow.
Di, that's unbelievable.
Di, did you have diabetes? Did you suffer at all?
I did border, no, border type 2.
Yep.
Yeah, like my first GP, who was a established GP, he didn't believe I had the diabetes to give me the script for the medication.
Sure.
Then I went to another female GP who was just a godsend. So she said, yeah, you do have type 2 diabetes, give Ozempic a go. So I was a bit hesitant because I've always craved food and I thought there was nothing that's going to change my craving.
Yes.
But I was wrong. So I took Ozempic, like the previous caller, small dose to start with, increased it over a few months, and I had no cravings for food, no hunger, desire at all. So how it impacts your brain is amazing. I mean, I don't know how it works, but that's what it did for me. And, so I had side effects of some constipation to start with, but that's all. And I can deal with that. And, so now I'm at the stage where I'm reducing it to try and get to, like, half the dose.
Yeah.
But it's just changed my life. Like, I used to be fit, healthy and fabulous in my 20s, now early 50s, and, just with kids and life, put on weight and just couldn't lose it.
And hormonal changes at that age too make it very difficult. Yeah.
Fortunately, I haven't gone through any of that yet, so I'm one of the lucky ones. But
no, it'll be changing though. It changes on us over several years. So yeah.
Exactly.
Oh, good on you, Di.
I'm much more confident and happy to get out and socialise. I have a twin sister who's so fit and healthy, and she is so happy that I've lost the weight and I'm back to my former self.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah, that's awesome, Di.
Amazing.
So
You know,
if
I've
any
said
doctors, any people out there want it, go and use it. I say go for it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't be afraid. Yeah, good on you. Well done, Di.
Talk to you, Dr. Ross. Thank you.
Talk to your doctor.
You can get on the black market, Ross.
Stop it.
Talk to your doctor.
Jan's in Armidale. Good morning, Jan.
Hi, morning.
Morning.
Okay, Jan, have you had a crack at one of these meds?
I have. So I used Saxenda for about 8 months.
Yes.
And I lost 19 kilos.
Oh, incredible.
And what I found fascinating is that I didn't change my exercise regime. I didn't change my diet. So I was always eating healthy, exercising well, doing boot camp 3 times a week.
Yeah.
Doing everything healthy. The only thing I changed was this medication, and I lost the 19 kilos.
Wow.
The problem I had is I found it too expensive. At $100 a week,
Yes.
I came off it, and sadly, over the next 12 months, I gained back 15 of the 19 kilos.
Yeah,
And
this
again,
is,
I'm eating the same, exercising the same.
Wow, that's a massive difference doing exactly...
Yes.
Gee, that's a huge difference. You didn't say... you talked about the food and that, but are you a mad pisshead, Jan?
To what, sorry?
He's asking if you like to drink a lot.
Oh, no, actually, I don't.
Yeah.
So I have children, so I probably drink once a month.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good going.
Your wife's got
so
children. How often does she drink?
More than that.
Oh, nah. It's like a 6 monthly.
Yeah.
She has a tipple every now and then.
So, Jan, what do you think you're going to do? Do you think you will find a way to go back on it, or...?
That's my plan, yes, is to try and make my finances work to go back on it.
Because that is, you're talking $400 or $500 a month, yeah.
Exactly, because I am fearful of being perimenopausal, that I'm going to gain more weight with menopause, and my body is also attacking my thyroid.
Oh,
so it's a matter of time before my thyroid fails, which my whole family suffer with.
Yeah.
So I'm very fearful of the weight I will gain when my thyroid fails and when I hit menopause.
Yeah.
The thyroid thing I don't know a lot about, but I only hear it in women. Is it a men's thing as much? Or
Men can have thyroid problems too.
But mainly.
But
is it mainly?
It
No,
definitely does seem to be more women are affected. Yeah.
That's a stitch up.
Yeah, yes, it is.
That's well said, stitch up. $150 voucher for Morris Mead. We've got to go. The only limit is your imagination. Dream hair starts now. Book at morrismead.com.au.
Who are you going to give a new do to? While you think about that, I just got a message from somebody that we know who said, I saw her a little while ago, and she said, when I saw you at that point, she had just started on Wegovy, which is Wegovy is the one, it's the same formula as Ozempic, but it's actually approved for weight loss, not for diabetes.
Okay.
Yep.
So, yeah, slight difference there. She's lost 15 kilos, and she said all of her health markers are so much better. She was pre-diabetic, now she's not. So
It is a big deal with your health markers.
Yeah, exactly. That's right. For her, it was a health decision. She did a lot of research around it, spoke to a lot of doctors, and then settled on that solution, and it's made a massive difference.
The average human being doesn't go past the 80, 84, I think it is, for women. But these types of things...
Less for men too, yeah.
Yeah, and less for men because of the stress, being married. But we're going to live longer.
And also live better. That's the difference. So
Live better,
living
that's
for a
good
long time is not necessarily good if you're not healthy while you're doing it. So, yeah, the fact that it's quality of life for longer is a good combination.
Nathan, Nat and Sean is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcasts.com.au. Nova.